I'm scared.
Ooh! 2.5 queens.
Woo! Cheers, ladies. Woo!
Hi, I'm Alesha Tryed, tested and negative.
I'm Rob. Period.
And I'm Bondi, RuPaul. How about you?
And you are watching 2.5 Queens.
Ooh.
Hi, and welcome to our new show, 2.5 Queens, where we will be discussing everything Drag Race UK Series 2.
We will be diving into the lip syncs, runways, entrance, and the queens throughout the season.
Now this has all been made possible, as you'll have seen in the disclaimer at the start, because we are following the government guidelines. Now me and Alesha live together, and we are joined by the gorgeous Bondi, who lives alone. So as per the current government guidelines, we have joined Miss Bondi in a bubble, and this show is now possible. So it's time to get straight into the episode. Before anyone enters, I want to ask you a question. What would your entrance line be if you were to come in?
I dream about this day and I know it already.
See, I knew you would.
So my name is Bondi. If you don't know, Bondi is a beach in Australia. So I would say something like, surf's up!
Okay.
Or something like that, or who wants to have a bit of sex on this beach?
I think we're going to run with surf's up.
Okay, surf's up then, never mind.
What about you?
I think, because obviously I'm Alesha Tryed, which is at Alesha Tryed, so I'd try and play up on that. So I'd either come in and be like, Alesha tried to get on Drag Race, or I'd be like, I'm as surprised as you are that I'm on this show. Hi, Mom.
I don't think that's one.
I think I would walk in and just go, it was good, wasn't it? Let's face it.
Or just walk in.
10.
But instead of us, just rehearsing what we would do, we had some really great entrances. Who really caught your attention, Alesha?
Because we are West Midlands, from the West Midlands, Ginny Lemon on my TV coming in screaming, fancy a slice!
Yeah, it was a moment.
It was actually surreal. We got goosebumps. Like, everything we're so used to seeing was just on our screen.
And it was nice to see all the other queens. Every single one there was like really happy to see
Oh
them.
yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
So that speaks to her and her.
I don't think anyone was particularly bad. I feel like the standouts for me, just for presence alone, like Tace and Estina. Just the minute they turned that corner, for me, Tace whips her hair and I'm like, presence.
Oh!
She's arrived.
When she turned round and then just, I could never with this.
I said, I was like, you could tell when Tace walked into the room, the atmosphere switched round. She has a presence that just like, presence. She walked in and everybody just turned their head and was like, okay.
Period.
Period!
I loved Bimini's look.
Yes!
Okay.
That pink kind of bondage and
Yeah.
vegan bitch moment.
I'm
a vegan!
Yeah, I kind of got Bimini. As soon as Bimini walked in, I was like...
So I followed
yeah.
Bimini for ages.
Yeah.
I'm so excited to see what she brings to the show.
Yet again, the way we said about Ginny, that it really told you who she was as a queen.
Yeah.
Everything in that outfit told you who Bimini was as a queen. So
Yeah.
I do respect that. For the same reason, absolutely in love, I feel like I'm going to say this repeatedly, with Ellie Diamond.
Ellie Diamond.
Oh god, yeah.
Her whole aesthetic
Yeah.
just sits so right for me. She takes these things and she puts them into such a kitschy outfit, but really always just reads so right.
I like Sister's look.
I just couldn't connect. I think that's the thing. Like, Lawrence's outfit wasn't like extravagant, like massive, but because
Say that word again.
I don't think you even know what word wanted to come out of your mouth. I don't think you even knew.
Exuberant.
Continue.
Exuberant.
Wonderful.
But she's got an exuberant personality, whereas Sister I don't feel like has an exuberant personality. So her entrance look was quite plain and,
Girl.
yeah.
The queens that we weren't feeling so much, kind of interested to see, because you often have quite a different opinion, and you're quite happy to share it as well.
Right, are we
The
talking
insinuation.
I'm Bondi and
entrance?
I've got
We're
something
talking
to
entrances.
say.
Entrance looks,
we're sticking with
tea or
that.
coffee, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, tea or coffee. Sorry.
I would agree. I think
The hair, I'm not going to talk about the hair,
Yeah.
because I agree with her, the hair was a cultural moment.
Yeah.
But that doesn't excuse the look.
No, we're saying that Lawrence wasn't like extra. Tia Coffee was just like.
It's like she was going shopping.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Like it probably is my least favourite, so I'm agreeing with you on that level. I feel like all of the pieces were there, they just needed to be elevated a bit more.
Yeah, I loved Tia's vibe when she came in.
I loved Tia's
was
vibe.
really like,
Yeah.
yes, this is
Yeah.
something I'm very excited for. When she started with the Clapham versus East London and then Bimini walks in.
Yeah.
Face crack!
See, I think Tia was so good in those the talking head moments
Yeah.
when everyone was entering. She had
Something
a
to
little
everyone.
quip for everyone, but
Yeah.
not in a way that felt media trained.
Yeah.
I felt like some of them go in and they know exactly how they want to come across.
I'm a princess.
And Cherry Valentine, we haven't even spoken about her.
Oh.
The
my
shade
God.
of the producers to actually include
Oh,
her
because
having to walk in twice.
I'm sure that's happened with so many queens.
It happened. I'm sure it happened with Sharon.
Sharon Needles,
Sharon
yeah.
Needles.
Because William talked about it, yeah.
Exactly. The shade. Although it didn't do anything to make me think she was unprofessional.
No, me neither.
Like she looked.
She laughed it off. It was great.
She looked fantastic.
And she looked amazing.
Yeah.
So
I thought like it was a really good entrance. All in all, the season 2 entrances were stronger than season 1.
Absolutely.
Like,
big time.
quite a strong margin.
Absolutely.
Big time.
And season 1 is one of my favourite
Drag Race seasons ever.
Period.
Yeah.
So RuPaul obviously comes into the workroom in his best Tamisha Rahman inspired red get-up.
No.
Tell
lady
me
said,
I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. The lady said enter the workroom, and that she did. RuPaul came and she said that the mini challenge was going to be posing as if they were in Wimbledon. Was it?
Wimbledon.
Wimbledon. So they were getting balls thrown their way.
Do you think they were like hard?
No.
They would have been soft.
I don't know. I've been hit by a tennis ball before and it's not cute.
I didn't enjoy this mini challenge as much as last year.
No, because last year was fun. We got
Really
RuPaul
good.
laughing.
Yeah.
We got the queens. They had to come up with something like off the cuff, like
Mhm.
you know, they showed a bit of themselves. Whereas this time it was just posing.
Am I the only one that just really enjoys a photo shoot for the first minute?
I love a photo
I
shoot.
love
I
a
love
photo
it.
shoot.
I love a
When
photo
the
shoot.
queens used to have to like dive in the water. Do you remember season 6 where they had to throw the feathers in the air?
That was
they were in
great.
bed?
Drag Race Canada nailed that for me when they were climbing up the mountain.
Climbing up the mountain.
Jimbo's moment.
This mini challenge was forgettable for me. Lawrence, worthy winner, I think,
Do you think? I don't agree.
It depends what you're going for, doesn't it?
because I think in a challenge like that, it's about fun, isn't it?
It is about fun.
And she had the most
Yeah.
fun photo.
See, I'm really not invested in who's got the best photo. I know I laughed the most at Lawrence Cheney.
Yeah, Lawrence
I
Cheney.
laughed the most at Lawrence,
Mm.
which is a given because I feel
She's
like
hilarious.
everything she does is hilarious.
I can't do a Scottish accent, so I'm never going to be able to say Lawrence Cheney.
Lawrence Cheney.
Lawrence Cheney.
Lawrence Cheney. Estina coming in wearing that, being like, I look like one of the.
She looked like a Serena or
Yeah,
Venus.
Venus. Yeah,
1000%.
William's sister. I was like, hi, I'm a Williams sister. I was like, I'm buying it.
I was buying what she
I
was
was
selling.
buying what she was selling. I was buying it for an inflated price as well.
But Lawrence was the winner of the
Lawrence
mini
was the
challenge,
winner.
which
She absolutely was.
2 of us agree with. One of us.
Yeah,
Doesn't
I
sound
think
really-
Ellie. I think Ellie.
You wanted Ellie.
I
Ellie
wanted
Diamond
Ellie,
to be
Ellie
the winner.
Diamond to win because I just thought like it was funny, but I just had like the photo being like in the air just felt like a better picture than the. Yes,
They
of course.
start to undress, and Lawrence brings up the fact that
yeah.
he doesn't feel comfortable getting out of makeup, which was a really sort of early turn of, you know, when they ask for vulnerability. Like, that's
Props
a
to-
genuine story. This
Props
is
to
not.
Lawrence for getting a storyline.
And as 2 actual drag queens yourself, like, do you feel that? What is makeup like for you?
Well, part of the reason why people start to do drag is because of the insecurities they have out of drag. So I think, especially for me, the more I developed with my makeup, the more I wore the makeup, it became an armour. It became someone else. And then when I'm wearing this, I'm not the person I am out of makeup. So it just feels like it's very fair of Lawrence to feel like that, because you do just see it as like a very much, if I look like this, you can't touch me. Yeah.
I just do it because it's fun. I love looking like this.
It is
Well,
an interesting point to touch on, though,
I'm the
isn't it?
same kind of person in and out of drag. It doesn't really like
Yeah.
whatever. So it's so I think it's really interesting point to touch on, because it's really fascinating that even the 2 of us just sat here feel so differently about it, and
Yeah.
For sure.
even though we don't feel the same way, we can both relate to Lawrence and what he's saying.
Which takes us to the Maxi Challenge. Now they have to do 2 runways, which, can we just point out, is no gag at this point. How much do they have to pay them to pretend that they're surprised that they're going to do a second look?
Yeah. Oh
the producers
my
were like,
God.
right, girls, look surprised.
Literally, they're like, I did not plan for this at all.
The gag of the season.
Oh, the boy!
I wasn't expecting that at all.
Oh, the boys! I wasn't expecting that at all.
But we were expecting 2 looks, and
Yes,
just like
we were
last
ready.
year, we
Yeah.
were brought with the hometown look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this time they have to do a British gay icon for their second look.
You sure do.
Who would you do for a British gay icon?
I actually would have done Freddie Mercury
He is
from
the go-to,
from
isn't
the I Want
he?
to Break Free video.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you?
I said to you before, so I said Freddie, but I also think Oscar Wilde. Because Oscar Wilde was like, he's British, isn't he? Oscar Wilde is like a really old poet who was like one of the first like openly gay people back in the times. This is a real person.
How are you going to give me Oscar Wilde, Miss Tryed?
I'm gonna write
How are you serving Miss
insert
Oscar Wilde?
picture of Oscar Wilde here. Okay, there you go. See, so now you.
So you're
know.
just gonna dress like a dusty old man.
No, because their style was.
So you're
very
gonna take your
old.
drag off.
I would have loved to see someone come down as Kim Woodburn, or just like I can't believe no one did the Spice Girl.
I think that when people think gay icon, I think maybe they just think a bit deeper than. Do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
like a gay figurehead
Yeah.
as opposed to an icon.
But then we find ourselves onto the runway. RuPaul looking
Stunning!
amazing.
Yeah.
Incredible.
When she swished that thing, I was like, oh.
She turns it out for the UK, doesn't she? I
Yeah,
feel like she
big time.
really turns out the looks for the UK. I don't know why, but she looks.
In the words of
I'm
Mark
not
Rowland,
even.
ding dong.
I feel like RuPaul has more fun in the UK.
Big time.
I see personality. RuPaul, I guess, on season 13 in America now is just sitting behind that desk and being like, right, when's lunch?
in his joggers.
Yeah.
So now it's time for the runway. So that we're all excited to get people going. We'll split them into the 2 halves. So we started with the gay icon first,
Yeah.
didn't we?
Yeah.
So who were your tops for the gay icon?
Veronica Green.
Veronica Green.
I loved that Boy George look. It was the only one that I went. I watched it and it made me feel like good, like warm. It's like oh, it was really well done. I really liked it.
I'm Alesha Tryed, and I've got something to say. I loved Veronica Green's look, but I do think it could have been draggier. Does that make sense?
What's not? That was Veronica Green.
That is Veronica Green.
She said, "Fuck off, Alesha Tryed."
God. Yeah, with Veronica Green's look, I feel like it could have been draggier. I got Boy George,
Yeah.
which is what Veronica was serving, but did I see Boy George or did I see Veronica Green as Boy George? Because obviously you're supposed to be doing an interpretation of gay icons, but as your drag self.
Yeah.
So I didn't see any Veronica Green. I saw just a Boy George impersonator.
So I understand what you're saying, but it also could have been done badly, and it was done
Very well.
perfectly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then I'm also somewhat on your side because I wish there was a bit more drag put into it. But like, she would be amongst my stronger looks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I thought
Definitely.
Boy George was a really good one to pull out.
My favourite was by far Freddie Mercury. Cherry Valentine coming out as Freddie Mercury, I immediately... And this is kind of with the Boy George, so it's not as just Freddie Mercury as literally that, because I could still see the drag and the shape and just everything about it would just seem like it was like an elevated version of what Freddie Mercury had, a Cherry Valentine version.
This, the gay icon is where Estina won it. Because I thought Naomi just
Naomi
knocked
was
it out
so
of the park.
good.
It's exactly as RuPaul said. The minute she turned that corner,
You
I was just like, it was just gorgeous.
It was Naomi.
Like such a superb interpretation of Naomi that felt dragged up.
Yeah.
She could have picked a lesser outfit. I felt Taste maybe went a bit safe on it.
Yeah.
Although Taste looked
Both phenomenal.
Taste obviously looked amazing.
Both Naomi's looked fantastic.
Taste was at like an 8 or a 9, and Estina turned it up. Just
10.
dialed it up to
10.
a 10. A 10.
10.
And yeah, Estina, that Naomi look is quite possibly why she won the entire thing, because I think it was really stellar. Such a good job. Ellie Diamond yet again. Lily Savage.
Smashed it.
Fantastic.
I am actually gonna say, this is quite a big shout out, all of the series of Drag Race, I think Ellie Diamond has one of my favourite looks of all time. And
To look
Yeah.
that good on like those television cameras that show everything and you still just look flawless. Your makeup is on. Whoever hacked Ellie Diamond's Instagram, your mum's at home.
Joe Black looked fantastic.
Yeah.
If we're being real, if we're actually being real, David Bowie was in it. I don't even know what. I know we're probably going to speak about the critique later, but for Michelle to say that is not David Bowie, it's the Life on Mars outfit.
It's as
with
Bowie
a
as Bowie
fishtail.
can get. So who would you think is like the bottom of that particular runway?
Tea coffee. Sorry.
I love that she picked Alan Turing because he is a gay icon.
He is a
But
gay icon.
I wish she hadn't.
Girl really said, I'm gonna pick a suit, put some numbers on it, and do some typing.
But that was what he did. He was a coder, and it was in code, and it was rainbow, and it said love, and I brought it. It wasn't well fitted. It was definitely out there.
Wasn't a fan of Sister Sisters. I think that would probably be my least favourite.
Oh,
it was just a bit.
That would be the bottom for me. I'm not obviously we know Raja and Raven.
I feel like I could have forgiven it if it maybe hit the floor, had a bit more shape.
I didn't
It
get
just fell somewhere.
I didn't see it.
I didn't mind it.
We'll take it on to Hometown. So on to
Okay.
Hometown, you preferred Tia's to a horror.
Yes.
We are gonna have to agree to disagree there.
Mummy, you can just disagree.
I thought Tia's Robin Hood look was her best for sure.
Yeah.
I thought she looked really nice in red hair. I want to see Tia in red hair
Yes.
more often. I thought it really suited her to have red hair on. I like the colour blocking. Wasn't it?
It was a bit more bohemian vibe than
Yes.
Horror's kind of glamour model take on it, which
Yeah.
I love both takes on it. I think
I did.
I marginally prefer a Horrors, but they are both like.
see, I'm only marginally like Tia's better.
Okay. If Tia was like there, who was like at the top for you when it comes to
My
Hometown?
best hometown look, Bimini.
Bimini's your favourite Hometown look?
Bimini was my favourite. Or Ginny. That's just. It do take nerve.
It definitely takes nerve.
It do take nerve.
It took
And she
a
came
lot
out
of
and she
nerve.
quoted Delia Smith. Let's be having you!
Yeah.
And I just think that is iconic diva status behaviour.
But your other favourite, Ginny Lemon MBE.
That's-
This is where she turned it out. This is where she turned it
That
out.
tuxedo look.
Throwing back to a drag king, really just representation on the runway is what we're loving.
Yeah.
And I
Worcestershire
just
sauce,
sauce,
which I love.
It was exactly what we would expect Ginny to have, but I think it was something fresh for the viewers at home.
And I thought that was
Yeah.
clever as well. There was two references in there that he
Yes.
Ginny pulled on a very famous drag king, which
Yeah.
played into the gender fuck idea,
Yeah.
and then had the Worcestershire sauce on the back. But it was a really thought out look. My favourite. Yet again, like
Are you gonna
for
say Ellie
me-
Diamond?
Ellie Diamond.
Ellie
Yeah.
Diamond was my
I am
favourite
just.
as well.
I
Top
know
of the week.
I'm just sounding like an Ellie Diamond stan, but there's just something about, especially because she makes it and she's 20 bloody one.
I know. I'm 23. I feel like a talentless
Yeah,
kid.
I'm
honestly,
24,
I
nearly
have
25.
achieved-
I'm giving up drag today.
I've achieved nothing, and I feel like Dennis the Menace was such.
I didn't even know. I didn't even know Dennis the Menace was made and was.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I had no
well done,
idea.
Dee.
either.
And it was the same for Lawrence, and I adored Lawrence's look. Was
was
inspired
so
by
fab.
Charles Rennie Mackintosh.
Yeah,
I
both,
thought
yeah.
they were both really creative with their choices, and on top of that, it made it look so good,
So
good.
So good.
They the same for you, the same favourites.
Yeah, Ellie, I would say was definitely top. I did like a horror's Robin Hood.
Yeah, it was cute.
I did too.
Yeah, it was quite nice.
But she looked amazing.
Taste
herself.
in that Welsh Dragon runway.
Yeah.
The makeup.
Ostrich
Oh,
feathers,
amazing.
not chicken feathers. Ostrich feathers.
The makeup. I honestly think that's the prettiest I've ever seen a drag queen.
It's
look
so
on
good.
Drag Race.
Yeah.
She's
I
just
can believe it.
Ooh. But there were a few that maybe didn't hit the spot. So what would they be for you?
I am so sorry, Veronica. I do love you, but Veronica Green's out. Like it was the Lancaster Rose and
Upside down.
because it's gone north for south. But she had to explain it. She had to explain it. So
She
if you,
said that,
if you
didn't
have
she?
to
Yeah.
explain your outfit, this is Drag Race 101. If you have to explain your outfit, then that just shows you that what you're presenting to the judges can't read.
I hate to say that again. For me, my least favourite was Sister.
Yeah, I got what she was going
I
for.
got what she was going for because I used to watch a program called Desperate Housewives on
course.
E4.
Was it
It's just-
accurate? Was it accurate?
It was quite accurate. I just wish that things were slightly, again, a bit more elevated and a bit more exciting. Both of Sister's looks were not bad for me.
But just not
But
good.
just didn't.
Yeah.
make it over the hill.
I would
of
agree.
being
I
like-
would agree. Yeah.
How mad is it that we don't really have anything bad to say about people? Even the,
We
even
really
the ones that we don't
don't.
like.
Yeah.
I mean,
apart from me with Tia.
we end up making it to in front of the judges. Our
Yeah.
top queens were Lawrence, Astina, and Ellie Diamond.
Yeah.
Our bottom queens were Joe Black, Bimini, and Sister, which left Tace, Ahura, Ginny Lemon, Tia Coffee, and Cherry Valentine, I believe.
And Veronica.
And Veronica Green, of course, as our safe queens.
Mm-hmm.
Put respect on Veronica.
Given
Green.
everything
Yeah.
we've said, do you agree with that?
No. I don't think any of us do.
I definitely I think Sister, and Bimini bottom. Yes.
Understand,
Joe.
yeah.
No. Who would you swap Joe out for then? For any of the safe
It
queens?
probably would be Tia.
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 This is the thing though. It's really hard to decide, isn't it?
It
They
is
were
hard
all
to
great.
decide.
They were all
Yes.
really good.
So yeah, I probably would say my bottoms were Sister, Bimini, and Tia. So 2 of the 3.
Yeah.
Tops, would you agree with the tops? Would they be your top 3?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would probably.
I think I agree.
If I was gonna ever take someone out, it was Ellie, Lawrence, and
For you, it was Cherry.
Cherry. I would say Cherry, definitely there, or even Taste.
I would put Ellie, Lawrence, and Tace in the top.
Yeah.
You would put
Ellie
Taste
loves
above
that Taste.
Astina.
Yes.
So Tace won
Yeah.
the hometown look, and Astina won the icon look.
Yeah.
But Tace's hometown look was better than, it was more impactful, I think, than Astina's.
Both
own
Oh,
looks.
look.
no, I don't
Yeah.
agree.
That's okay, babes. That's okay.
If I was to say my favourite look across all 24 runways, it's
Astina's Naomi.
It's Astina's Naomi.
It was fab.
And for that alone, she should have. It was top 3 for me. Someone who did not agree with the judgment when we got backstage was Miss Ahura, who was not happy at all.
She wasn't having it.
And she was telling it how it is. She was
Yeah.
telling it. She was serving it to
Tia.
everyone, to Tia, whether you wanted to hear it or not.
Yeah.
She thought the bottoms were Miss Tia and Miss Astina. Miss Astina.
She's going.
Where is she going?
Ahura is going on too much about this coat.
Mm-hmm.
Shut up about the coat,
Ahora's
Ahura.
just mad because she don't have the coat.
Ahura
I
wants.
don't think Ahura is mad that she hasn't got that coat.
And Astina never said, I got this coat made specially, and this is my. Because girls in London, in East London, they
They
wouldn't
don't.
get clothes from a designer. They'd get clothes from ASOS exactly the way Astina did.
Yeah, so it's being true to the hometown.
So I completely disagree with Ahura on that.
Yeah.
Can we just highlight Ginny's little like quick?
She snapped and clapped back.
And so correct. I think they are threatened by Astina. Why would you not be threatened
Big
by
time.
Astina? Why would you not?
The way she
They-
just comes in and she's not bothered by any of those girls.
Go back to the main stage, and we find out that the winner is not Lawrence Cheney, not Ali Diamond, but Miss Astina Mandela. Congratulations. The first winner of the series. Now, from what we've
Amazing.
discussed, am I going to assume you don't agree with this?
I don't disagree.
Who would have been your winner?
Lawrence.
Lawrence Cheney would have been your winner. And your winner?
Ellie Diamond.
I think Ellie would have snatched it for me as well.
Scotland!
But
Yeah.
we found out that our bottom 2 is Joe Black and Bimini. I actually gasped when they
Yeah.
went sister. You're safe.
No.
I
No.
I rarely actually, when I watch Drag Race these days, go, I actually gasped.
Yeah, me too, because I thought Sis is in the bottom, and if it's got to be someone, then if it's Bimini,
Yeah.
she'll win.
The lip sync choice was Relax by Frankie Goes to Hollywood,
Iconic.
which it started, and I was like, oh, okay, this could
I
actually
do
be
like
up
it.
Joe Black's lane. I think Joe won the first 40% of the song, and then it just felt like his batteries just kind of wound
Lost
down, and
momentum.
Bimini was the opposite, which is what you should do with the lip sync. As
It's-
far as I'm concerned,
build it up.
you build and
Yeah.
you build,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Bimini had the stamina that she was saving her tricks till the end.
Unpopular opinion. Okay. Unpopular opinion.
We've all got them.
I don't like when a queen's flipping and clicking and like splitting because they're not lip syncing.
Is that because you can't do it?
So, like,
I would pay good money to see Alesha Tryed.
I like to see somebody who actually wants to, who mouths the words from start to finish.
I mean, I like that as well.
I like, if you're gonna do it with the song. Just don't flip around. Bimini did it with the song. It felt like, kind of felt with it.
I mean, I understand what you mean. Obviously, the USA series is on right now, and I love the way Simone lip syncs. She does no kicks and flips and stunts, but like you just kind of
Embodies
you,
the
you
song.
are watching her face
Embodies the
because
song.
her face is like.
Stunning.
But it's Joe Black, our first eliminated queen, joining the Pork Chop Hall of Fame.
I'm very upset.
Me too.
That's so upsetting.
That's so upsetting.
Joe Black should be proud. Those looks were consistent,
Sensational,
strong. Joe Black as a personality is a fabulous performance. He is just incredible, and I'm so sad that we're not going to be able to see more of Joe Black in season 2.
Going into episode 2, who is your like top queen? Who's your favourite?
Who am I excited to see more of?
We'll do it in 2 parts. So who was your favourite, and who are you excited to see more of?
So I'm very excited to see more of Tia actually. She's London, I think she's very multi-talented, multi-skilled, I think she's got it. She showed us that, that Nottingham look, and I think she's got a lot more to offer. So I might be critical today, Tia, but it's just because I love you. But in episode 1, I just love Bimini.
Who's your number 1?
So my number 1 will be Ellie Diamond. I'll be very excited to see what Ellie Diamond does next episode. My one to watch would be Veronica Green.
Good one.
So she's the one you're most excited
Good
for.
shout.
I'm excited. I don't feel like I got to know Veronica a lot this episode, so I'm ready to the next episode is musical based. She's a musical theatre queen, so I'm ready to Veronica Green to really just grab me and just captivate me.
My number 1 is really quite clear. My number 1 is Lawrence Chaney.
Lawrence Chaney.
There is nothing Lawrence.
Glasgow.
There's nothing Lawrence didn't do in that episode. I haven't even mentioned my actual favourite bit on the runway was Lawrence Chaney going, "Alright RuPaul, how's it hanging?"
Alright RuPaul, how's it hanging?
I think if I could pick a highlight of all 60 minutes of the entire episode, it would be someone having the nerve, the gall to look RuPaul Charles in the eyes and go, "Alright RuPaul, how's it hanging?" I'm just obsessed with Lawrence. So what I'm most looking forward to, Ginny Lemon. I feel like we got to see 10-15% of who Ginny Lemon is as a queen. I'm also really excited for a horror because I am a messy queen and I want more!
I love the drama!
I can't wait to see how this
I want to see them go back next week. Estina's like, "I'm the winner!" And a horror's like, "But you're wearing a jacket from ASOS."
The race has begun.
So excited.
We are ready, we are strapped in.
It's big guy in style as well. I'm so excited for season 2.
What a moment.
And that's what we have to say about it. We've been 2.5 Queens on our very first episode. We really hope you've enjoyed, and if you have, then follow us on Instagram at 2.5 Queens, or subscribe to our YouTube channel because God knows we need them.
We do.
But I hope you really had fun, and I hope you'll come back and join us next week when we review Rats the Rusical.
I was going to say, I'm so glad that you're featured on next week.
Honestly,
Oh!
can't wait for my guest appearance. Wonderful. I've been waiting for this all my life. But anyway, on that shady note, we're going to bid you a farewell, and I hope you've enjoyed watching.
Bye!
Bye. Thank you.
Oh my god, my anus.
I want that in the video.
Did you?
Have you stopped recording?
No! Yeah!